Welcome to NASCAR Heat Mobile Cup Series Season 7, Race 5. The O'Reilly Auto Parts 500 at Texas Motor Speedway will begin in a few short minutes. But first, let's do a recap of the last race at Phoenix. So I was able to get the win holding off a hard-charging trombone players in the number 12, looking for his first career win, but he wasn't quite able to get it. This is going to be the first Texas race in series history. NASCAR F1 fan, starting on pole, 40 laps today. Here we go. And the green flag is out here at Texas. This is the first time Texas has ever been on the schedule. We have a couple new tracks this season. We already went to Atlanta. We got Texas right now. And I believe that those are the only two new tracks that we had, because we added a lot of new tracks last season. But 40 laps here in Texas, that's a lot more than what we normally do for a mile and a half. Says Lucas K leads lap 1. He's looking for his third win of the season. But yeah, we usually do around 30 laps for mile and a half races, but we're trying out 40 today here in Texas. 10 extra laps. So if you're leading with 10 to go, that would usually be the win at other tracks. But here, 10 extra laps to run. We're just kind of seeing how this is going to work. We're extending the laps of a couple races. For example, Michigan next week, I believe, is going to be 30. Bristol, we're upping to 65. So a couple tracks getting some lap upgrades just to kind of see how things go. Most of them are staying the same. Like, obviously, Daytona stayed at 20, Auto Club stayed at 20, Phoenix stayed at 45. But also the laps are pretty fast at this track, so it should go by pretty quickly. As Lucas K starting to pull away. Just try and keep an eye out on the point situation going on. Very important to keep an eye on that, because there's lots of guys who are trying to fight their way up. You know, trombone player's a big one, finishing second last week, just barely missing out on his first career win at Phoenix. That is a track Penske has been really good at in the past. As F1 fan and SMB battling for that second position. SMB is still trying to get his first win of the season. You know, last season, his championship season, he won the first two races right out of the gate. But this season, taking a little bit of time to get into victory lane, but I'm sure he will get there eventually. It's only a matter of time until that 9-car wins, especially with Watkins Glen on the schedule. He's really good at road courses, so look for him to win that race. It's actually, I did not quite see who was in 6th, but, you know, the top 6 guys in points have pretty much been top 6 in the races all season. I believe it's Lucas K is leading. I'm in 2nd. Then it's Pumps. Suga Sean's up there, and then F1 fan. I might be forgetting one. SMB, I don't know if I already said him, but, you know, these guys have been really consistent so far this season. There's actually Brad Keselowski's running there in 6th. He's up there on the cut line. You know, not to root for anyone's downfall, I hope Brad Keselowski does not make it, because I do not want a just regular driver in the playoffs. I'm surprised nobody took the 6, because that's a competitive car. That's like the one competitive car that got left. I'm running the middle line. I won last week at Phoenix. Again, this is a new track, so we're not sure how the lap traffic is going to affect things. We can only assume that it's going to be like normal racetracks, where they're going to catch up and they're going to get slowed down. Lucas K is putting on a really good pace right now, though. That was a 28.4 that time. So he's running really fast right now. I'm trying to take P3 away from SMB around the outside. Shout out to Bryce Ben. He's having a good race right now. He's running up there inside the top 10. He's not usually a guy we talk about. I believe he's like 13th in points right now. So if he can get some good runs going, he's within the range for playoffs. As lap 10 out of 40. As now I am battling for P2. it'd mean a lot to be able to score back-to-back wins. I'm also trying to fight for that regular season championship with the 5 car. So seeing that 5 car run away with this lead is not the best thing. I want to get up there and fight him for this. I don't want to allow him to easily gain any points. 30 to go here in Texas. As to P2. As after that Phoenix win, the points battle shrunk significantly. I was able to get it down to, I believe it's 3 points. 3 or 4 points separates me and Lucas K. I think after last season, I'm just really trying to prove that I'm the best driver in this field. I felt like I should have won or could have won the championship. I know SMB was really good last season, but I was right there with them. I was able to lock myself into that final round before he was, winning Bristol. And I feel like I was just a little more consistent than he was, especially mid-season. I had a stretch of 5 or 6 top 3 finishes in a row. But I think it was between my Charlotte win and Watkins Glen or one of those races. So I had a really good run going. Really good stretch of races. And I want to go out here and prove that I can win a championship. I have not won a championship. I've come super close so many times, notably Season 3 and Season 6, finishing second in the title fight. I'm sure. I feel like this is the season, but can't be so sure of that because there's lots of guys out here, especially that 5 car, who are not going to make it easy. And you can't forget about the 9 car. F1 fans having a really good season. So I just got to make sure I'm not... I can't count anybody out, because I doubt anybody expected the 12 car to do as good as he did last week. Trombone Player's almost getting his first career win. So, where is he? Oh, that was 2nd, 3rd, 4th. We'll see, coming up. 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th, 9th, 10th, 11th, 12th. So there's Trombone Players running in 12th. He probably needs to try and gain a couple positions here because that is not going to cut it. Because he is trying to make his way up after the DNQ at Daytona. As Lucas K has now caught the tail end of the pack, so he'll start slowing down now. It's going to take a little bit, though. I'm pretty far behind. Look at the 14. That's Car Dirt. He's had kind of a mediocre season, but he's up there running, trying to get up into the top 5. He's a rookie driver this season, driving for Stuart Hodge in that number 14. As we'll see how slowed down Lucas got. He got slowed down by a lot. That was a 29.9. His best lap was a 27.3. So he got slowed down a lot. Under 30-second lap, so that's also another reason why we extended this race by the 10 extra laps. Also, hopefully we'll make the ending a little more exciting. We'll have to see. As he is really getting, because that was a 30.5 that time. I'm running the outside, so it looks like I'll be able to pass him. That will be good for me. But so is the 14 and the 48. So if I get held up, those guys might have a shot. They're pretty far back, though. So they have a lot of ground to make up here. It's been pretty much the same guys at the front every week. But it's interesting to see because every once in a while you'll get a surprise driver up there. Again, we saw the 12 last week. I know I keep talking about it, but, it's just really impressive what he was able to do his rookie season, especially after all the adversity he's faced so far this season. DNQ at Daytona, Atlanta, decent run finishing 11th, and the handling problems he had at Auto Club getting 16th, and then nearly scoring his first career win. I will take the lead with 21 laps remaining here in Texas. Lap 20 out of 40. So this would normally be 10 to go, but not today. It is 20 to go, so we're only halfway through this event. It's going to get interesting. I should be able to pull away here. We'll see what my lap time is. 28.4, so I'm a little slower than Lucas was going. He had that one really fast 27-second lap, but all his others were around 28, low 28. So I'm not quite as fast as him, but I am around the same pace as he was. So we'll see what the time is this lap. 28.6. So yeah, kind of similar to what he was running. Is the 1 and the 9 have now caught up to the tail end. His next car running up there is the 14. Then we got the 48. The 12's running a little bit higher, but not too much higher than those other guys. You know, I'm sure he learned a lot from that experience at Phoenix, running that outside line. He'll definitely keep that in the memory bank for whenever the next time we go to Phoenix is, probably sometime next season, if we have a next season. Again, the plan is to try and get another season in, but, you know, I have to use 2 coins up for every race. So by the time this season ends, I'll only have like 20-something coins left. We'll have to see. We're trying to find some alternatives, something we can do, but obviously this game is dead. But we're still using it for this season, and this has been a good season so far. As the 1 and the 9 to the outside, so Lucas K is starting to fall behind. This is good for me, though. This is what I need. If I can win this race and Lucas falls back a bunch of positions, I will be taking the points lead. And that's exactly what I need. I need a boost. I need a race to just take the points lead and just get myself far ahead, because I want to win this regular season. That regular season is going to offer 15 playoff points, plus 5 for every race win that you have. Race win. But, yeah, so right now I have 5 playoff points for my Phoenix win, and if I win this race, that'll be 10. So if I win the regular season, that's 25 playoff points. That's a lot. Unless I have, like, a terrible unless I have a terrible playoffs, that might be enough to kind of secure a championship 4 spot. But obviously the best way to get into the Final Four is by winning one of those playoff races, Darlington, Bristol, or Kansas. And those are all tracks I performed really well at last season. I won Bristol, finished 2nd at Darlington, and I think I finished 3rd at Kansas, but I was closing in rapidly on the leaders towards the end of that race. As that 11 car is looking really fast right now. You know, I'd say the only race I arguably should not have won this season was Auto Club. Daytona led the most laps, lost the lead with like 3 to go. Atlanta started on pole, led the most laps, got passed. So arguably I should probably have 4 wins this season, but that's just not how it's been. I was finally able to get my first win of the season last week, and hoping I can hang on for back-to-back. That'll feel really nice, especially winning the first race here in Texas. You know, it's always nice to win the first race of the track. You know, I have the honor of winning the first ever NASCAR Heat Mobile Cup Series race in history, and that just means a lot. I might be close to lapping the whole field. These extra laps are going to give me a lot of time to do that. But I'll make sure we let everybody finish at the end, because obviously points do matter here. That's why it's really important to me to see that 5 car continuing to fall behind. I need points. I desperately need points to take that points lead. And wins don't lock you in. So just because I won Phoenix does not mean I am locked into the playoffs. That is not what that means at all. I need to keep up the consistency and get that points. As the 14 takes 2nd position, that's car dirt. As the 48 coming up, he might be able to take some positions here. As coming around to 10 laps to go here in Texas, we're on lap 30, coming to 31. 10 to go. I am lapping a lot of cars, as we'll see how far ahead I am right now. We'll see when the 14 passes. About 13 seconds ahead, so unless I get drastically held up, I pretty much have this race win, but the fight is going to be for those positions in that giant cluster of lap traffic. As there I am lapping the 24. He's up there inside the top 15, so I have caught the top 15 drivers. Definitely going to be interesting going back and trying to find all the positions, but shouldn't be that hard. As there's the 14, then it's the 1, then all those guys. There goes Bryce Benton making some spots up. This is going to be important for the 12 car. See the 12 car running the middle lane. He's going to gain a bunch of positions from this. He needs some more top 5, so this is going to be good for him. Good to see him hopefully going to get another top 5 here. We'll see. I was first. The 14 second. 48 should be third. Yeah, there he is. And then looks like if the 12 can get around all these guys, he'll be in fourth. So much needed run for him. But again, that's assuming he'll get around these guys. Still got 7 laps remaining. He's got to work his way past him first. We'll see where they're at. 14 looks like he'll be able to get second. That's going to be his best finish ever. There's the 48. Yeah, the 12's on the outside. He should be able to start making some passes this lap. I might catch up to them. That might be interesting. This might be the most cars lapped. Actually, I think there's been a couple Bristol races where they've lapped all but like 2 cars, so definitely not most cars lapped. But no one's ever lapped the field, but I don't think I'm going to be lapping the field today. Definitely not. But coming around, 5 laps to go here in Texas. Long as nothing crazy happens, it's going to be back-to-back wins. Just like Lucas did at Atlanta and Auto Club. I feel like this kind of shows that him and I are going to be the 2 dominant forces of this season. We're both going to be out here fighting it out for this title. And that's what you want to see. You want to see these good championship battles. As I'm way ahead. We'll have to see what the gap is to the 14. It was 13 seconds last time I checked. As 14 seconds. So I've only gained about a second on him. But I've also had to deal with a lot more lap traffic than he has. Looks like Bryce Benton's going to pick up a 3rd place finish. That's really good for him. Obviously, we talked about trombone players. Looking like he's going to pick up his 2nd top 5 of his career. You know, those are some drivers who really need a good run. Those guys were in desperate need, especially trombone. I think he's going to get a win this season, especially after seeing his performance at Phoenix. There's no way he does not nab a win this season. 2 laps remaining. Dominating ending to this race for me. Looks like I will be able to get most laps led once again, as I took the lead from Lucas more than a little before halfway through. So yeah, that's most laps led in every race except for Auto Club this season. As here I come, white flag, 1 lap to go here in Texas. Once again, dominating race. And this win is going to take the points lead from Lucas. So I got that going for me. You know, just on the top of the world right now. Back-to-back wins. Has pretty much dominated every race this season. Is coming out of turn 4. I will win back-to-back races. Coming to the line, I will win at Texas. Let's go. Really proud of this team. Great job. All the guys preparing this car. they've given me great cars every race. I feel bad I couldn't get the 500 and feel bad I couldn't get Atlanta, but back-to-back wins. Let's go. On to Michigan next week, a track I've performed really well at. Finished second last season after winning pole and leading the most laps. So 3 in a row might be possible. I don't think anybody's ever won 3 races in a row. So I'm hoping I will be the first to do it. That would be absolutely awesome. Just letting everybody finish here. I'll wait for my car to pass by one more time and then go ahead and call it a day. So yeah, really great race. Really happy to win back-to-back. First race here at Texas. Pretty good one. 10 laps longer than we normally would do, but I think it ended up pretty good. So yeah, just thanks for watching, and we'll see you next week in Michigan. Bye.